Hello everybody. This is Homeless in the UK. I just want to talk about it today, about previous video what I've done about Bob, how he doesn't remember. What I want to say is, let's go a bit closer. Yes. So the thing what do you see behind me? Because I'm recording now on a GoPro, and half of the screen is broken, so I can to be in the middle of the screen I have to see myself in a half. Okay, so I'm just doing the tea from the bay leaf for my niece. The thing is, I have recorded about the Bob, how he doesn't remember what his wife says the previous day. The thing is, I got a few reactions from you, and I got also one reaction from the guy. He said that you are skating on a thin ice, and I asked him, what do you mean by that? And he didn't reply. So I thought about it for last now it has been like 8 days. I have been thinking about it like so many times, and did I say something wrong? So I listened all the video one more time. You know, when you edit the video, you hear it like 100 times anyway. But I watched the sequences many times, so I know what I recorded, and so I watched it anyway. And the thing is, I think I could probably choose different words than I said. I probably used the words like it is her fault, and maybe I didn't have to use such words. I also think that he probably hasn't seen the whole video, because if he's seen the whole video, he would probably hear how I talk about women, that, you know, I'm so grateful how they communicate when they go straight to the point, you know, and this is even when you think, when you remind yourself, and you know, it has definitely happened to you, that women, they tend to they get so fed up when men talk, because when men talk, and even now myself, you know, I'm the right example. I don't get straight away to the point. Maybe because I want to make the video longer, but who knows? But when women talk to the men, you know, many men, they do talk about like in a, you know, slow pace. It is almost like they would like to listen themselves instead of cut the speech to the shortest words, you know. So and this is what they like. They like to go straight to the point and explain everything quick, so you can go to another point, or they can say something, whatever. And I do that sometimes. I mean, maybe I do that all the time. Who knows? You know, maybe I was expecting you women who might be listening. You know, at the moment when I check the statistics on the phone, I can see that there are like 45% of people between 45 till 55, and then there is like over 50% men who are like 55 and 60 and like that, and then there is like a 2.5% of women. So there is like maybe 1 or 2 women who is now listening. So you know, what do you think? You know, now I talk to the women. What, you know, what do you say about, you know, going straight to the point? Am I right or am I wrong? So this is what I meant. You know, we as a man and we as a women, if I can say that, we are different, and the way how to understand each other is about listen each other, and through the listening we can find out what is the person about, so we can better understand, and everything can work much better. It's not about say, you're supposed to behave like this because I like it, because I am this and that, but we're supposed to more listen and read it between the lines. This is I try to say. I've got another thing about Mr. Bob. He has mentioned another day that what did he say about his wife? And this is gonna be probably the last thing about his wife, because it somehow happened that they don't want me there in the company, so I'm gonna have to come up with something else, some other stories about relations. It might happen to you, maybe yes, maybe no, who knows. So what has happened? As every driver, we work, from. He has mentioned that his wife doesn't work anymore. So what she does, she's home. She's home doing whatever she does. I have mentioned that I have said so she's a housewife, and it's quite interesting that for me, the straight meaning, if the woman is is at home and she doesn't work, I say she's a housewife. But for you English, the housewife probably mean something a bit more than just person, than just woman being at home without job. And this is the meaning. What I also wanted to say related to the previous video with Bob doesn't remember, and this is that you can hear that I am the foreigner, and I don't speak the proper English, and even I get from many English, they say you've got such a no, they don't say such a, they say you got a good English. And sometimes I try to tell them that they are not right. I think that my English could be much better, and sometimes I just leave it because it's not necessary to explain everyone how, because you all already hear it anyway, so. And what I think people also like to say good instead of bad. Like, instead of you saying, oh, you got such a bad English, you say you got good English, meaning I probably know what's my level, and it's up to me if I'm gonna improve it or not. The most important thing that you understand or you don't understand. And as long as you listen what I say, or you are willing to listen, it's probably okay. So and I just wanted to say that sometimes I might say words which from one angle might, from my point of view, are like, I just say what I think I'm saying, but at the same point you might, I mean, your experience, because you have been living with the English for last 40, 50, 60 years, and you probably learned that different words, even their exact translation or exact meaning is this, over the time you have moved this meaning somewhere else. And this is something what I don't have, because I don't have this 40, 50, 60 years of experience with the English language. I have that just from, I've got some years of experience, but I haven't got your full-time living experience with the English. So be patient with me, and if there is anything slightly out of the shape in a case of the English or the language, just tell me. Just tell me how did you mean by this? Instead of saying, oh, you are this and that, or you are, and call me names and stuff, because I really don't want to harm anyone, either men or women or whatever. So this is me explaining the language. And now back to the Bob. What has happened when he is going back home from the job? What he does, he get home and then he watches a sport in a like a football in a TV, and then he goes to his bed and then he goes sleep. She just complained, and he told me about the complaint. So this is the reason why I talk about it. And she said, that she's not happy with what he does. And I didn't want to tell him because he's older than me. I didn't want to tell him like, you should do this and that, because I'm younger and I feel the respect between me and him. So instead of me telling him, and do you know what you should do? And then he like smiled and he said, of course I know what I should do. Talk about the day and talk about what has happened, and talk about anything. And so he has said it, and then he ended up with these days we've got a different relationship. And this is it might sound like nothing. It might sound like nothing, but at the same time, it's like if he wouldn't want to say certain words, he wouldn't use them. So let's talk about the first thing what I said. He said that he knows what he's supposed to do, but he doesn't do that anyway. So where's the problem? Why he doesn't do that? And I don't know. He knows that it would be probably better if he spent the time with her, if he, let's say her hi and how was your day, and then even talk about his day and what he was doing, what has happened in his day. I believe that she would appreciate it a lot, but he doesn't do that. Why he doesn't do that? And back to his 42 years relationship. I thought like 42 years is bloody long time. I already said it before, but what I want to say is 40 years or long time relationship, people don't live with each other just because they have to. They live with each other because they want to, and both of them, no matter if they are married or not married, they can leave anytime. They have a son, and he's already adult, and he has married, and so they can get divorced easily. There wouldn't be a problem like let's say when the kids are small, but it still stays together. So I'm asking, like, why? What is? I don't know. Myself, I don't know. I know you're gonna say, oh, why do you even talk about it? It's not, it's none of your business. And you are 100% right. It is none of my business. But, I'm single now, okay? And I always think like, okay, how to do it, how to be, with someone that long, for, let's say the 40 years. And, I don't get it how, I think like that, if their relationship wouldn't work, they would split up after 5 years. If this was, if this wasn't so bad, maybe it was like half good, half bad, they would, let's say, split up after 10 years. But they stayed together for 40 years. So the relationship had to be so good that they stayed together. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. So another thing, what has happened? It's probably wrong saying what has happened, but another reason why they stayed so long together is because of his job. He is a driver right now. Like he is a driver of a truck driver, and he's delivering every day. But his previous job, he has been doing it for so long, was the bus driver. He was doing the buses, and he wasn't doing just the buses in Britain. He was doing the musicians, from the city to city and in a whole Europe. So they haven't seen each other for some time, and this is probably the big plus why their relationship was stayed for so long, because they simply wasn't together all the time. He was back in my country, he was in Czech Republic, he was in Poland, he was in Germany, he was all over the Europe,